What up, doe, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Daily Upside. I'm your host, Keenan Rivals, and this is the Sports Cards channel where we talk about the sports cards market every day. Today, we have a super short episode. I was trying to find some really cool insights in the market, but to be honest, not a lot has changed since yesterday. Monday isn't typically a crazy day in the market, and things don't really happen until like Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, typically on these days, I just wouldn't record an episode, or I would go straight to Twitter and just start tweeting things or putting out, content or snippets from previous episodes. But I want to actually do this podcast every day. So I figured, how can I spice it up? What information do I have and what can I give to you? So I thought, why not talk about three cards that I'm looking at that I like right now and kind of tell you why. Now, before we get into that, I do want to remind everybody to shoot me a follow on Instagram. Going to be posting there a lot more. Last night, I did kind of a content calendar, and I'm like, okay, this is how many posts I want to do per day. This is how many, insightful tweets I want to do per day. This is how much percent of my time I want to focus on Top Shot. This is how much I want to focus on the podcast. So, really starting to like fine tune this and get into the flow here, get into the rhythm. So, yeah, shoot me a follow on Instagram. Also, of course, Twitter, where I just post everything. I made a pretty controversial post today about Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry. So we're getting a little bit of engagement on that. So if you want to go over there, chime in and give your thoughts and opinions, I would definitely appreciate it. Getting right into these cards today, we're not going to waste too much time. I want to talk about three cards that I'm looking at. Some of these cards are a little bit expensive. Some of these cards, or most of these cards, we've talked about before, but I'm just going into detail about why I like them. This is the kind of insight or the kind of analysis people would typically get if they signed up for the premium subscription. So if you haven't done that already, definitely do so. Links down below. Jumping right into these cards, the first one is going to be Stephen Curry's Tops BGS 9.5. Yes, I like BGS. I think that it's super underrated right now. For those of you who are a part of the premium subscription, you know I like this card. I sent out an in-depth article about BGS cards last week, and yeah, we're not going to give all the sauce away, but I think they're super underrated. Essentially, the PSA is going up and the BGS has not. And I'm not ever looking for BGS to be the same price as PSA. The market has kind of made up their mind on that. PSA is definitely the clear winner. But I do feel like if a PSA is jumping 60, 70, 80%, that the BGS should be doing the same thing. Those gaps, those multipliers should typically stay the same. And the BGS, though rising, has not made that quite that leap yet. When I sent out the newsletter about this card, it was trending for around 3,500. We kind of see it hitting that 4,000 mark right now, especially for true gems, probably a little bit more. So, obviously, if you're going to be buying this, you want to look out for a true gem. But I think it's such a, vintage card, such a rare card to find in the gem mint condition that's going to start mattering less and less. And yeah, I think that if you're looking in the market for a safe high end play, then this one is a good one to go to. Stephen Curry's having a monster year. He's looking fantastic in limited minutes. And I think the Warriors are going to be, I think they're going to be solid. They're going to come back next year strong. Stephen Curry's going to prove that he's one of the best shooters, best scorers in the league right now. So definitely looking at this card if you're looking for a safe play, especially with the rise of LeBron James's Topps Chrome. We've seen Kobe's Topps Chrome sell for a new high yesterday. So as those cards continue to trend, as LeBron James continues to work his way up to matching Jordan prices or whatever the goal is, I think players like Kobe, Stephen Curry, will follow right behind him. So definitely love this card. If you want the full write up on why I like this one, I'll also link that down below. It does require you to sign up for the membership, but trust me, it's worth the read because it applies to so many cards outside of Stephen Curry's. Moving on to the second card, this one's more of a budget play for you guys. A lot of people hit me up. They're like, "Yo, I love what you do, but I can't afford it. I can't afford these $4,000 cards." So I think a lot of people are going to start buying these PSA 8s, these PSA 9s, these non-perfect, non-gem mint cards because they're just so limited and there's so much value in them. The best thing about these cards is that you can buy them a little bit late. Typically the PSA 10 jumps off, which we saw with Kevin Durant's, tops 1/112 for those who aren't watching on YouTube. This is his PSA 8 grade. So if you've seen the PSA 10 jump off, that's just instantly a clear indicator that the PSA 8 is probably going to do well at some point. If Kevin Durant can continue his streak, if he can continue his MVP style of play, then we'll slowly start seeing those cards creep up. And we saw this with this card already. This was also a sports cards pick of the week. A few weeks back, they were going for around 175, and now we kind of see them trending for 300, 320-ish. And I think they're going to still go up. If you look at LeBron James's PSA 8 tops, they're consistently going for, 12, 15, $1,600, in that price point. And if you look at Stephen Curry's, he's doing the exact same thing. A PSA 8 of his sold last week or actually a few days ago for $1,500. We're seeing some close around 1,300. And believe it or not, Kevin Durant actually has a lower pop report than both of those guys. So I think that it's safe to say that this card could at least double, if not triple or quadruple. I'm not saying Kevin Durant is the same player as LeBron James, obviously, but he is probably the best scorer the league has ever seen. I think that means something. And if he can continue to up his legacy, then I can see this card going up. The downfall of this card compared to a Stephen Curry or LeBron James, though, is that Kevin Durant actually has to like win. I don't think that Stephen Curry or LeBron have to win anything. They're solidified. We love them. We're buying them. We're still waiting for Kevin Durant to prove to us that he can win. Which I'm not sure if that's justified or not. I think that he's proven that he can. But yeah, so we'll see. So as long as the Nets continue to look good and do good, then I can definitely see this card doubling, if not tripling in value once people realize how rare it actually is. There's only like 100 something PSA 10s of this, like 150 or something like that. There's not many. So you best believe that that PSA 9 and that PSA 8 is going to be sought after. So yeah, that's a good card, kind of 300, sub 300. Definitely. I feel like this might be the last sub 300 one we'll see. I think after this, we'll start seeing them go from around 330, 350. So yeah, super bullish on this Kevin Durant tops PSA 8. This is the 1112, the black border, not that white border. That white border came out like retail, packs, complete sets. This is the one you had to pull in packs in a hobby box, and it has that black border, so it's super, super hard to grade. So yeah, loving these, especially when I compare them to LeBron's tops PSA 8 and Stephen Curry's PSA 8. So I think we'll see these somewhat match those price points. Last but not least, guys, I told you this was going to be a quick episode, and this is going to be kind of an unpopular pick. It's Luca Doncic's Panini Chronicles PSA 10 rookie card. Now, this one I'm looking at right now is the actual Panini rookie, so number 111. Right now, they're going for like $250. I think they're a steal. I think right now, Luca's cards are super saturated with his prism and things of that nature. And I think these paper cards are just super limited. There's not that many of these. The Chronicles set was, kind of not taken seriously early on. And now it's one of the most like prized possessions in sports. 10 years from now, if Luca, if Trey, if they're MVP candidates, if Shea Gildas Alexander's is an all-star, if if those guys can like really push it to the next level, Colin Sexton, maybe Lonnie Walker finds his footing, then this box is going to be one of those boxes that everybody wishes they kept because it's just packed with rookies and they're just super, super undervalued. I think the Panini rookie in this set is undervalued. If you look at like Stephen Curry's Panini rookie, for example, they're starting to hit $1,000 now that people are starting to get to notice them. And if Luca becomes the next LeBron or the face of the league, then it's safe to say that his cars can probably hit those price points as well, especially when everything is so saturated and these are so limited. Now, you don't have to just stick with the Panini rookie. I think the Chronicle set period is definitely something you might want to look into. There's Obsidian, there's Score, Studio, Phoenix, there's the Chronicles base set itself, um, playoff. There's just so many subsets that I think they're all Crusade. I think they're all valuable. Luminance is definitely a good one. They're kind of making that one like the photogenic set. If that one continues to come out with great photography, then its origin might someday be worth some money. And what I do when I look at these, I realize that a lot of these sets, these studios, these obsidians, they're not going for that much, when you look at the parallels in the base compared to like some of the prism cards. However, if you look at somebody who's successful like Patrick Mahomes, you'll see that his score rookie is doing pretty well. I mean, that card's going for about, I want to say $500 or $450. Maybe it took a dip after he lost, we're not sure yet, but like in this prime, this was going for a pretty penny. I mean, when he was like, hey, Patrick Mahomes going to win the championship, you saw some of these hit $800, $700. Score is a football product. So I'm thinking, maybe the Luca score can one day hit that, once he kind of, gets everything together, he starts to become a championship contender. If you look at Mahomes' Phoenix, rookie, which is another football product, you probably see the same thing. During the prime, during the hype, his Phoenix rookie, the base rookie was probably going for a solid amount of money. Let's see if we can find one here from 2017 that's not a parallel. So they're going for $500, they're going for $600, and there's probably some that went for more if we really get into it. So can Luca's Phoenix rookie do the same thing? Can his Crusade rookie do the same thing? I think a lot of those cards are at a really, really good value. I think they're super, super limited. And again, my favorite is just the Panini, because I feel like the modern rookie era, 2017, 2018, I would say anything from like 2013 up just doesn't have, actually 2012 up. There's just no base rookie. We don't know if it's the Panini set, if it's the Hoop set, if it's Donruss. Right now we're looking at Stephen Curry's Topps PSA 10 sell for $14,000. It's like, well, what's the Topps PSA 10 from the modern era? Is it Hoops? Is it Panini? Is it Donruss? Is it, Revolution? We haven't decided that yet. So I think being able to get a rookie of a top tier guy for $250 is just a solid deal for people who are new to the space or who just don't want to invest that much money. And that's because it gives you that limited circulation. It gives you that on-court photograph. And it just gives you that Panini rookie. We see Giannis's Panini rookie sell for a good price point. We see Stephen Curry's Panini rookie sell for a good price point. And I'm just willing to bet that that's not going to stop, especially with this limited circulation. So those are my top 3 picks, guys. I really, really like those. For you guys, we've talked about the Durant and the Curry, both on the channel, both in the Discord, and both in the premium newsletter. But, the Chronicles is definitely a new addition. I just think it's slept on. I want to know what you guys think about these cards, what you think about these picks. Please let me know in the comments. And what are your top 3? I think that's going to be an interesting conversation to have. If you haven't already, head over to thehighupsideshow.com, enter your email address, and sign up for the newsletter so you can get these videos to your email every day. You don't have to go search with them. I also put out morning bins where I give you 3 picks that I think are, solid buys right now. So I'm sure you guys can guess what 3 picks will be posted today. But yeah, that's it for this one. I'll catch you in the next one. Happy investing.